Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Under Construction. Igama lam Lamlela, Hloboni. Unozinga, umagaba, utitiba. I nearly gave you one of my moms, which is from a different clan, but let's focus. I know my roots and who I am. Umagaba, unozinga, umdomlambu, titiba. Hey guys, listen, I'm the problem. It's me. I haven't done this in a while. But other than that, this is a very fresh installment of Under Construction. And we chill with people, not just chill, but we converse. We dig deep into their lives of the people who I'll tell you right now, for sure, put that on everything, no cap. These are the next popping celebrities, influencers, whatever it is that you call them of South Africa. Each and every single one of people, come on, each and every single person that we sit with on Under Construction is about to and is already popping. Let me tell you, they have gems, and we're just trying to dig deep in how they're being constructed. How are they becoming what they're going to become? Now, I don't want to sit with you when you made it, talking about in life, you just gotta, press on. I want to be there in the journey when you're pressing on. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today was with Kopano. Yes, focus. Kopano. And the Kopano, I mean, she's a mom. And that's going to be, I'm going to put that first because I feel that's the most important. She's an amazing mother. She's a Wits graduate. She's a writer, script writer, performer. You understand? Do you see her becoming? Yes, because I do. I do see her becoming. And today we're going to go into who she is, what makes Kopano. And I know there are going to be some gems to catch. So Kopano, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Lance. Like, girl. The Tagazelos were under construction in the beginning as well. Don't worry, Sisonke.
I'm gonna make it.
Thank you so much for that warm welcome. It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. I mean, I've already mentioned some of the accolades, Zako, but who is Kopano?
Who? Guys, after COVID, a lot has changed. Like, I feel like I had to rethink as to who's Kopano, But straight up, I'm a lover of God, lover of people. Kopano Tshabalala is a storyteller. I'm a servant. So I either serve Abantu, not just in church, but serve people as an audience. I serve the story. I serve whatever I'm writing. So I am a servant at heart, and I am a storyteller, and I am a mom, yes, of a little terrorist, a little one, a beautiful daughter, with so much energy. I'm a lover of life. I love humor. For now, I guess that's what I can say. I mean, you said I'm a writer, Wits graduate, yes, indeed. Writer, director, performer, and choreographer, contemporary choreographer. I would say Shaya. But yeah, I'm an artist. So vaguely
that's oh well, thank you so much. All I have to say, man, on the little terrorist part, does she watch Peppa Pig? I have a theory. I have a personal situation with Peppa Pig that I've come up with. Peppa Pig is the reason for children's bad behavior. I'm pegging it. I'll put everything on it. Peppa Pig. It's Peppa Pig and George.
But that's why we switched to that Adam Hitler. But where JJ, that's JJ eating sugar, that where the family singing.
Coco Melon.
Yeah?
Coco Melon.
Yeah, yes. I've switched her there so that she can learn please, thank yous, and not slap people for what she wants. You know what I mean?
I did not believe when the stats came out that the #1 viewed show on Netflix over 100 million views was Coco Melon over Bridgerton. I thought Bridgerton was rocking. Coco Melon beat them over 100 million views.
That's because we can watch Coco Melon 10 times in a day. We're not going to watch Bridgerton 10 times in a day.
No, when these kids took it, I was so surprised. No, man, listen, all I know is that I'm going to try and campaign as much as possible with parents to get Peppa Pig shut down. Peppa Pig and George, don't eat. I can't. I can't. The other day, they were making fun of Daddy Pig. I was like, this is why these kids, they talk to me like this.
They're always teasing Daddy Pig Lawyer about his mkaba. Now a child is going to tell us that we are fat. When already we know, but we don't need you to tell us that we are fat. You know what I mean?
Peppa Pig, let's watch out. Calling out to the nations, everybody, there's a petition that needs to be signed. Our kids are going. Peppa Pig. Oh my goodness. Just on that note, what drives Kopano? Because I mean, you have achieved so much in, I would say, like a short period of time. And in that time, you're in varsity, you're studying and you're exposed, but you're able to do and achieve so much more than the average student. What's been your drive?
Sure. You know, my drive is being passionate about telling stories, being passionate about entertaining and educating. So if I was not passionate about what I'm doing, I wouldn't try at it. I wouldn't keep trying at it. So it's just being passionate about what I love. And I mean, we can all say, oh my gosh, guys, be passionate and just wake up and do it. But sometimes you don't want to wake up and do it because the reality is that I heard someone say one day, the arts will love me back as much as I love it. Because every performer knows that you won't just make it, you know, but you need to keep trying. So honestly, what drives me is my love for telling stories. That's it.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Now, so you've got that one thing going, you love to tell the stories. How does the introduction of what you called your little terrorist, or the introduction of motherhood, impacted the way that you tell the story, or the story itself that you're telling? How has that impacted your art?
No, so it was a genuine change, because when I graduated, you know, I had a plan. Yeah, guys, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the industry by storm. I'm going to get this agent, and sometimes life will show you that, calm down, zikote, you know, and you'll feel like you're not going in the direction you want to go, but trust me, God is with you in whatever direction you're taking. So with that said, the stories I've always wanted to tell are still in my heart. My urgency of telling certain stories has stepped back a bit, and not to say that I don't want to tell them anymore. I'm just, let me listen, because a lot of the times we just want to do. So I'm at a stage where I'm realizing that I need to listen more, watch more, hear more. So the stories I want to tell have not changed, but my manner and approach in telling stories has changed.
Sure. Okay, now that's the one thing that I know could trip up any single individual. How do I go about accepting that point? Like, if I'm an artist and I'm listening, going, okay, as a note, I understand exactly what you're talking about. But for me, it feels like, because it's easy, feel like a denial of self, or a denial of what it was that you wanted to initially do. The whole accept, okay, no, I still want to do it. I'm still going to do it. But my approach is changing.
I was reading a book last year. It's called Big Magic. And when I was reading that book, the writer just says that she could not expect her craft to take care of her. She had to take care of her craft. So a lot of the time, we want to be making big money from writing, big money from performing, and we want to make the big money now. You know, so you are expecting your craft to take care of you. Something that's a gift that has been given to you, entrusted to you. Now you want it to take care of you. So reading that book really humbled me to step back and realize that I might not be where I want to be. I might feel as if I'm lost, but I'm on the right track. And I need to be placed in a position where I'm taking care of my craft. So wherever I am right now, I make sure that I'm taking, if that means I wake up and I'm reading before I sleep, I'm watching videos that excite me to do what I love, you know. Even if I feel as though I'm not in the space that I want to be in, I need to understand I am a stewardship of the gift, and the gift is not a stewardship of Ukopane. Once I realize that, then I literally, I'm stress, guys. I'm stress, am I going to get this gig or am I not going to get this gig? You know, but I know that I'm doing what I have to do and God will do the rest. Do your part and let God do the rest. That's that.
Wow. Then what are some techniques or what are some ways that an individual can develop, enhance, and refine their craft?
So it depends on what you want to do. You need to follow the people that are leaders in whatever craft you want to do. So what are the top writers in the country or out of the country, in whatever genre you want to write in? Who's the best there? Who's the best that you want to follow as an actress? Or do you want to have a production company at the end of the day? So whatever your end goal is as an individual, find the best in that area and know, like, study them. For me, my end goal is a production house, my own production company. And the best for me right now is Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
He went and bought land and became the Black dude who owns the largest production house in the world.
Yeah.
In the world. You know what I mean? So how did he get there? So I need to study him as to how he got there. Then if you want to bring it locally, bring it locally. There are many production houses that grew up very quickly, like we know of Ferguson Films. They grew up very quickly. And I'm proud of them that they were able to say, you know what, we're going to tell our own stories and own and curate our own stories. So let's follow those, you know. So all the time I say, follow the best in the game of what you want to do. Spend 10 to 15 minutes a day. If it's drawing, take 10 to 15 minutes and draw every day.
Sure.
Excellent. The people who are the best in whatever craft they're in. I don't know if you've read the book, The Outliers. No. If you haven't read it, try read it. But the best... Huh?
The author?
I've got the right time for, I'll tell you, babes. But the best... the author, I forgot. Who's it? No, I forgot. I'm not going to lie. It's The Outliers, though. So he says that the best, the top tier performers, whether they are athletes, whether they are performers, whatever they, Picasso, the best had to apply 10,000 hours in whatever it is. 10,000 hours. So if you put in an hour a day, you need 10,000 days and then you'll reach excellence. So people think that, yeah, I want to be a runner, and they just wake up and start running, but they're not putting it into their lifestyle as to how they're going to eat. Everything around you needs to support that goal, that dream that you want. So put in the hours. That's what I'm going to say. Every day, find time, do what you love. And it's like a relationship. If when I was on I got cloak, I got check, I got bitch, I got maxi. You're gonna love it back, love that partner back. It's going to be a fruitful relationship. No, it's not. It's gonna die out at some point. So you need to put in the work, you need to put in the hours. And siyavila passing abantu because we're such a microwave society. So if we're not 2-minute noodles, put it in the microwave, boom. It's not going to happen. So put in the hours in whatever you want to do. That's what I'm going to say. Put in the hours and follow the best in your field.
In that field. I absolutely love how you mentioned the fact that, and then everything in your life needs to revolve and support that dream. Because I think that's something we miss as individuals, especially if you have to walk 2 lanes where you've got career that you pursue, the most important is that the moment you begin to separate things in your life, Tyler Perry or anybody else, like who people would say is a bit far. What are some personal individuals that have influenced and impacted your career or how you build your career in your life? Like personal, this is Mark.
Yes. For me, it has to be my late grandmother.
Okay.
My late grandmother, that lady, if I would sit with her and tell her my truth, I understand that Black families are not a fan. You want to act, you want to get onto the stage and act. So, because I remember when I was telling my grandmother in Northwest, she's like, okay, so what do you do? No, I'm acting. So where? Why? Do they pay you? And is it a monthly salary? So as a Black community, it's a new concept to us. Not necessarily new, but it's not stable. So my late grandmother, when I told her that I want to act, she said, okay, where can we get classes for you to start? This was in high school. Do you want to do extra classes outside? And how much are they? Let's look into that. So she was very supportive of whatever dream I had. Secondly, my own mother, who did not like the fact that I dropped out of law school to go do drama, but she supported me. She comes to all my shows and she watches my shows 3 times. The first time is with nerves because she's scared that I might forget my lines. The second time, it's more calmly. That time, to come watch.
Wow,
you know.
That's beautiful.
But she was able to start a company at 45. When did she start a company? 44. She started a company. She said, I'm no longer going to work. I'm going to go for my dreams. And she's been, doing it. She's been doing it. And I'm so proud of her. For me to see my mother struggle and still get up and push, seeing her fight for her dream at her age pushes me to fight for my dream, And then there are my lecturers that I had at WITS. One of them is Sarah Roberts, Professor Sarah Roberts. That woman believed. I remember I couldn't find, it was not a final exam, it was a June exam. And I couldn't find the piece that I wanted to direct. So they kept giving us, and I was like, I don't want to direct a white man's piece. I'm not going to do that. I want a Black writer. And she gave me a book and she's like, no, direct this. I'm like, oh, Sarah, thank you so much. I'm going to finally get my degree. She's like, no, you're going to flourish. You're going to flourish. That lady backed me in everything. I remember I couldn't come back to school in 4th year. And she said, I don't see you on my list. What's happening? And I said, no, I don't have money to register. I still owe a lot of money. And she's like, so we're paying for first years that we don't even know and we can't pay for a top 4th year. That doesn't make sense. Can I tell you, she got the school to pay 50% of my fees and she paid the other 50% and I got back to school. Wow. She believed in me on days when I did not believe in myself, that lecturer, that woman. And another one that pushes me are my peers. They're doing it, They are doing it, they are killing it. And a lot of the times you can get jealous that why am I not where they are? But the fact that it's not your season to be there, it's not your season. And I need to appreciate where they're at. And having them around me and watching them prosper is so fulfilling for me because we didn't waste our time there at school. So my late grandmother, my mother, my lecturer, and my peers.
Wow, that's an absolutely beautiful list. Now we know, they've supported you in these things, but what are some of the things that you've done? Like, do you mind? I don't know, it's called blowing your own horn, but can you for a second blow your own horn and go for it? And just list like some of the things. I know that you are a script writer, but what are some of the plays? What are some of the productions you've been part of? Like, by name, I want to know because that you have been part of. Just give yourself this opportunity and just go.
I'm so nervous. Thuso did not send me the questions so I can, tally the stuff up. But not a problem. So my thing is excellence. You need to strive for excellence in everything you do. And that's how you get noticed, I've never gotten a job from an audition. I've gotten a job from I've seen you somewhere, so please can you? I did a production while I was still in school, the Pied Piper. It was for the National Children's Theatre. It was a good run. There, I came in as a double. So my friend and I were playing the same role. We'd switch nights. And then at some point, someone was sick. I'd have to quickly jump in there and learn those lines. So I'm skilled in improvisation. And that means that if you can give me a script in an hour and say, Kopano, I need you to be on stage in the next 2 hours, I will have locked 75% of the script because that's my skill. And then I ended up doing the lead role of that production, the Pied Piper, towards the end because there's drama every time, guys, in theater. I mean, it's a theater, But yes, I did the Pied Piper. And then so my first gig after varsity, it was the comedy festival. It was a live, how do I call it? It was an award show. It was that kind of show, but it was, yeah. So I was coming back from a braai on a Sunday, and my external marker for my final exam called me and said, "Hi, Kopano, you're speaking to Jeff Tshabalala. Can you please come in tomorrow? I've got something for you." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." Must figure out now, we are like on stage with the best of the best in the country, and as the best comedians in the country, the best performers in the country. And I was like, God, thank you for providing me with this opportunity. I did an audition for that gig.
Wow.
It was I saw you somewhere. And then before I went on my pregnancy leave, I was doing a production called An Ode to Kwaito, Ekaslam, An Ode to Kwaito. And that traveled to Grahamstown. It was such an honor to be a part of that. I mean, we followed the history of Kwaito, where it began, where it's how Iskamto is our everyday lingo. And it started off in music, or it was transferred to the broader society through music. It was honestly an absolute honor, and to have Kwaito artists come watch us perform, guys, it was like such an honor. I did that till I was 7 months pregnant. I was jumping on stage till I was 7 months pregnant. And then prior to that, what's another production I've done? Oh, I did, I was a model for, it was a botanical look. So we traveled to Cape Town to find the best flowers in Cape Town and take photos of them. To find out that South Africa has the most beautiful flowers, and the most flowers in the world come from South Africa. And those are the things that I like doing that educate me while I'm there, to understand that we are so gifted, so nourished, and we don't even know about that. I'm uploading it, and I'm allergic to flowers, but I was so happy to learn about them. What else have I done? So yeah, those are quite a few things that I've done. I'm mainly in theater. Yeah.
Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Now that you said you're mainly in theater, I need to get this off. What are some things, let me come in for this one, in the production industry, in theater, that you feel, having been exposed to the environment, that we, in South Africa especially, could really develop in these areas? Like one or two, these are just areas that you've seen. You're like, if just,
let me think. I think one of the things that we could develop is marketing. No one, like, it's rare to get a full house in a theatre production. It's rare, So it will be a full house if the performer, like if you get a Siyabonga Twala in the mix, it's gonna be a full house most of the nights, But I think what we are also missing is that South African flavor in theatre that our forefathers used to have in theatre. We no longer, as performers, we no longer telling stories to entertain. We're reaching a point where we're telling stories to be seen. And when we get to that stage as entertainers, then why are we on stage? Because you can walk on the street and I'll see you. Why must I pay my money to what you want to be seen? It's one thing that irks me. Why are you on stage if you are not here to serve the story and serve the audience? Why are you here? You're serving yourself. Then I'm good. Yes, about massage.
Very briefly though, get into how you can, as an artist, differentiate between that. How do you, as an artist, how do I know when I've fallen off the bandwagon, and I began to self-serve instead of selflessly serve?
Yeah. I don't know, hey, because some things, some to people are second nature,
Yeah.
Because the minute I walk on stage, it's on like a scone. I need to perform until I am off that stage. If I'm strutting, I will strut on and until I get off, But the minute I get on stage, and I don't know, you can just see it, man. You can just see it in the performer that Mona, they're not giving me anything. They're not giving me anything. Everything is here. Everything is bottled up because they're performing for themselves. And I hate it so much as a director when I see it. Uguti, and like, why are you here? What are you doing? Because a performance is what you give. So if I'm not giving out a performance, if I'm not giving out whatever story I need to be telling, then one of the productions I was in my first year was Ruined, and it focused on how things happened in the Congo and how women were raped, how they were cut open with machetes. It was based on a true story. And then I'm going to take, and so the women there to survive had to become prostitutes. And I performed one of the prostitutes. If I'm going to take that story, that woman's story, and remove her and say, no, I want Kopano to be seen.
Sure.
That irks me. I'm here to serve her story, not mine. If people want to get to know me, they can go onto my Instagram and they can watch my YouTube channel. But I'm here to serve this story. So I got to stage and I'm giving them that character. So if a performer is not giving you on stage, if they're not giving you the story and they're keeping it to themselves, then that's the self-serving energy that we will get on stage.
Like, your words cut, Jonah. I can tell that you're passionate about what you're doing. Your words, they cut. I'm sitting here asking myself, so what have we been doing? Like, I've really gotten to a point where I'm thinking, oh my goodness, everything's under review right now. And let's just take that, because
Zondo Commission
is your passion for it and your conviction about it. Like, that's the one thing that sometimes in the entertainment industry, especially, just that one word, to entertain. Not a lot of people come in with the conviction about it, that this isn't just to feed you ice cream kind of entertain, but this is to enrich your life and entertain you. And so, listen, I commend you. I We love you. And Jonga, if you listen to the episode and you just like, everything's under review, it's okay. It is for me right now. After this, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write down a few things and be with the Lord. So when you just do us a little favor, if you absolutely enjoying this episode as much as I am, hit the like button, thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do that. Be part of the UC family. And subscribe to the channel or follow us on all the social media platforms, which will be under construction, because you and I were under construction. And the moment we're built, you wish you was part of it from the beginning. That's what you're going to be wishing. And at that point, it's not too late. You can still join at any point. We'll always be open. We love you. Kopano, right before we leave, now I just got one question, and I need you to give me this briefly. How will the world be different? Like in 50 years' time? How will the world be different because of Kopano lived?
You, Mfazi, you, ha, Tonga. Yabona, why I needed this question prior. But I believe that the world will be different in terms of being truthful to yourself at all times, at all costs, and knowing that it's not, one thing I'd like people to know is that God loves them, yes, and Jesus died for you, yes. But one thing I'd like you to know is that it's not about where you are, it's about who you are. So when you find yourself in circumstances that are not things that you're planned to be in, always remember who you are. And so I want in 50 years' time, people know that this girl was consistent with who she was. And this girl brought life into people. I want to be a household brand of bringing life. How to Kopano, they must start dancing. Because life is to be lived. And it's about who you are and not where you are.
That is absolutely, absolutely beautiful. This has been like, when I watch this again, I'm probably going to be crying. But this has been one of the most beautiful episodes of Under Construction, like no cap. And so thank you so much, Kopano, for joining us. We absolutely love you. You're a gem.
Thank you so much. I love you too, guys. Thank you so much for inviting me, guys. I'm so honored. I can't wait.
Pardon?
I can't wait to see you guys. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Just before we leave, can you give us your social media handles?
Kopano Tshabalala, all the way.
All the way.
All the way.
True to who she is.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what else? You can't have my zaps, guys. Sorry.
Twitch, MySpace, Tinder, where are you?
LinkedIn, not a Tinder. My boyfriend will burn the entire app.
Oh my goodness. So there you have it, folks. To follow Kopano, she's Kopano Tshabalala on all social media platforms, true to who she is. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Under Construction. And we've seen the journey and followed and gotten to know a bit more behind the scene of who Kopano is and her journey and how she's been under construction. We look forward to seeing this building erected. Let me tell you, South Africa and the world is going to benefit greatly from it. So we love you. Don't forget to like, share, send it to your neighbor, John, and listen to me. Send this to your neighbor. Copy the link, send it to your friends, because there's gold here. This is one of those episodes where you just like, there's gold here. So copy the link, share it to your friends, share it to all your social media platforms. We are under construction and we love you. Have a good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning. Yes, and bye-bye.